Howdy, I thought I'd just show you what I've been working on this week in the garage. You can probably see it behind me. I got a nice new tool bench back there and all framed in and looking pretty. We'll switch this way so you don't gotta look at my ugly mug while I show you what's been going on here. This is a Husky heavy duty workbench. It's 52 by 20. It's also like 41 inches tall. It's a little bit taller now because of the planks on there. I believe it cost me about $530 at Home Depot. I'll post an image of the product listing just so you can see what we got here. And as you can see, I did a little bit of woodwork in here to put it in. I have it mostly trimmed out. I'm gonna probably put a whiteboard where you see that metal there. Otherwise, it's pretty much trimmed. Back wall was mounted right to the frame of the metal garage. Had to add some scrap pieces in there. And we have electricity here through the bench. Even got a little place to hang my glasses up there on the magnetic hooks. It's all framed together just to give you an idea what this thing looks like on the inside here. These drawers are huge. So this should be a nice addition to the garage and help me get things organized again. While I was putting this all together, I took a bunch of video clips, which I'm now going to paste together in some type of a hopefully useful order for you here. All right, this is my before picture here. I just got a Husky 52 by 20 workbench. Sorry, just ordered it. Should arrive by the beginning of next week. And showing you where it's gonna end up being and basically what my current setup is, which is honestly kind of trash. Got my old green toolbox there that I've had for about 20 years. And a bunch of milk crates and shit to kind of store things. And dogs are barking, be right back. The new tool chest should go all the way from the garage door to the entry door and fill that in nicely. And I'm also going to build a bit of a table and some shelves on top of that. So wanted to get a picture of this before I start tearing it down in preparation for installing the new one. And I just wanted to show you how I am going to be mounting these shelves here. Basically, this is a scrap piece of the framing that they left behind. Always keep all your scrap. And what I'm doing is I'm using the auger bit to make a hole big enough for my extension to fit through, and then just sheet metal screwing or self-tapping screwing these guys right to the existing structure. And then I'm gonna do that same thing on this side here, and then I'm gonna mount at least 3 2x6s on that, not sure exactly. And just to show you that how I've done this before, same principle, little bit of scrap, put it into the frame there, because obviously you can't screw right into the garage door opener. It's got the same type of thing, and I got a 2x6 going across to the other side over there. And that is supporting that shelf with a whole bunch of crap on it there. That's the rest of my shelving, just in case you're curious. I don't think I ever did any videos on that because I was just cranking her out. But next week the box will be here, and I should have these shelves up hopefully later today. And I forgot to mention, the reason why I have these holes here so big is because I need to fit this extension through there in order to get them sheet metal screws in. So that's why there's a bigger hole on the outside there. And that's just a picture of the auger bit that I'm using to make them holes. All right, I got the first plank up for the shelving backboard here. Just want to show you how I'm doing this here. Get a little bit closer. So basically, I'm mounting this with 3-inch wood screws with a washer on the end. In order to get it mounted into the wood, or sorry, into the metal, first screw is a pain in the butt, but I had a clamp on one end and then just kind of lined it up. So once you get the first one in there, basically you just pull out a screw, hit that with a drill, get a tapping hole, and then that screws in nice and easy. Now that I got the first one on, it should be easy from here. I'll hang the bottom with a clamp, and then I'll just lay the top on the top there. Just gonna have to notch out a bit for that doorway beam. All right, just showing how I have that held up there with a clamp. Now I'm gonna drill, and when I drill, I'll drill all the way through the metal so I can mount this bugger into. All right, got the backsplash up there. It's 3 2x10s, and I'm just gonna throw a little bit of stain on that thing before I start mounting up the shelf brackets. Well, that looks a whole lot better. Now it's time to turn this 2x12 into a shelf. All right, shelf 1 is up. That'll be stained to match after I get the second one up, and still working on it. All right, done for the day. Got the shelves up and stained. Hopefully next week my cabinet will arrive, and then I can, once I get that in there, I'll build up the rest of that wall to suit its needs. So I picked up the new tool cabinet from Home Depot yesterday. Thing weighs about 350 pounds in the box, so unloading it from the pickup was a bit of a challenge. Basically just put 2 wheels on, slid it off, dropped it once, put the other 2 wheels back on, put it back up on the side, and rolled it in. So, but it's tough, no damage or anything to it. So what I want to do next, before I finish putting all that cabinetry in the back there, is see if I can get power, probably from that box over there where it comes in, up and over, and then down behind that wood there, and drop a couple of outlets. Scale does not show you how huge this thing is, just but now I can actually see my wrenches, like what I've got. Very nice. Don't even have anything. I still got 3 drawers I gotta fill. And all my little ratchety and adjustables. That will probably expand over to one of the side drawers because I have way too many sockets, so probably gonna move them all over, but just give you an idea what I'm doing. See, this shelf came out rather nice, and what I'm gonna do is mount another piece of that scrap metal there. I'll mount that right below here. The other side is just going to screw right into the corner frame. And I've got more of that scrap, so I'm going to extend the wood all the way down to behind the cabinet, and then it'll be mounted using these holes here, or they have them pre-drilled on the side for mounting a tool chest on top. Either way, I will have that mounted firmly to the back panel. And then I've got to do something so I don't have a gap on this side, because crap will fall off the side. So I'll stuff a 2x4 in there or something. I'll work it out. I'll eventually have some little shelves and stuff on this wall here too. And all right, I'm gonna shut up and get back to doing what I gotta do, which is make my garage less of a freaking mess so I can actually walk from one side to the other without tripping over a cement mixer or propane tanks or whatever. All right, going on a bit of a side quest here to get power over to this bench. Basically running it behind my new shelf, up to the ceiling, across to this box here. I was originally thinking about going where I brought the power into the building, but that's already a bit overcrowded and I don't want to screw with that. So I'm going to put that back together, get the cover back on. So this is my 4 outlet box. Just to show you how this was done, I've already turned the power off on this here. Basically entry and then screw to screw, screw to screw, etc., etc. So I'm probably just going to connect on the 2 open screws on here. Join the grounds together. I don't know if you can see them. And then come up the back, and we'll have power over to the other side once I put an outlet over there. Also, I did take down this piece of pegboard that was covering that section there. And because I almost never use that pegboard, because I have pegboard here and a brand new freaking tool cabinet, probably going to shelf this whole wall out at some point here, because You know, it's a lot easier to shelf on the exposed studs than it is on the ones like the on the garage door opener over here. Sorry for spinning so quickly. Where you have to put the metal brackets down behind there. So pegboard gone, and I'm gonna just wire this bugger up like I just explained. Leave that breaker off until I actually finish off the other side, and keep on moving with this little project here. All right, it's tomorrow. I got one more plank of wood to put in to get it down to the level below the tool chest so nothing falls off the side. Got the outlet roughed in for a 2 gang box there. Yesterday was a bit frustrating because, I don't know if you can see these little holes above the screws, but I broke 3 drill bits yesterday, ran out of appropriately sized drill bits, so ended up doing that monstrosity to get the thing hung for the night. Didn't want to leave it hanging with a wire in there, so basically used one of these 5-inch lag bolts because it was the only thing I had left with a appropriately sized drill bit, and a 3/4 inch socket to make sure it didn't drive out the back of my freaking metal garage here. So, but everything's wired in, but basically just run it up and over. Gotta neaten up the cables on the ceiling. So once I get the outlets in there, I'll flip the breaker and we'll get powered over here. And I'll stop rambling and get my last plank on. Got to cut around for the door locking mechanism, and then I'll figure out what, if anything, I'm going to do on that side other than fill in the gap on the bottom so crap don't fall off the tool bench. And well, it's amazing what a new drill bit can do for you. Got this last bit up here rather quickly, and I did recover that socket and lag bolt there just to make it a little bit less stupid looking. I'm going to dry fit this thing and then stain some wood. All right, I've been pondering here for a minute, doing the dry fit. Does fit nicely on the back. As expected, I'm gonna have about a 3-inch gap on this side here. So I could just block up that hole and be done with it, or my other plan is to cap this with 2x8s. 3 2x8s because they're 7¼ inches instead of 8 inches, because I don't know why, that just pisses me off. But that would give me about 1¼ inch of overhang without doing any, side cuts, which is good enough for clamping in most cases. I can fill in my gap nicely, actually give myself another 3 inches of table on the back, and I'd probably extend it to here. So I get another 3 inches on the other side. So instead of 52, I'm at 56, which can't complain about that, 56, 57 or so. As far as how to mount these here, it comes with 4 pre-drilled holes in each corner. I found these guys on Amazon. Pardon me while I try to aim at what I'm at here. I found these guys at Amazon. Basically, they are half wood screw and half 1/4 bolt. So they will fit, and they have a little driver thing here. I'll put a link to that in here. So that basically threads on so it'll drive through, and that will go, roughly that deep into a 2x8. So that's fine. And the other side will be bolt, which will not interfere in here because there's more than enough room to do them. So I just have to drill one more hole in about the middle, lay 3 2x8s across, and cut them to length, etc. And I think that's going to look pretty good. It's going to have to notch out this corner here, but that's no big deal. So I believe that is going to be my plan. But I'm going to stain the back wall first, and then I'll have to go to Lowe's and get one more 2x8x10 so I can do the top here. All right, we got power over here. Not the fanciest looking thing, but does the job. 4 more outlets on this side of the garage on a separate circuit than the one doing my lights. So, all right, so we got power hooked up. We got the cart locked in place, wheels shimmed so it's level. And now I'm gonna start putting some wood on the top of this thing here. Still debating if I'm gonna keep that handle or not. Probably will, because I can hang things off of it. All right, I've got the first one bolted in. I'm glad I bolted it in before I went and got more wood, because I'm having a change of heart here. Basically, 2x8 is 7 1/4. Because they just, I don't know why they do that. It's just freaking annoying as hell, especially when you're trying to measure up wood here. Found a 2x6 that I already had hanging, and it was 5 3/8, which is coming out just about perfectly here. So I'm gonna use another 2x10 and then one 2x6, and that should just about perfectly cover this. As far as putting this in the top, see if I can get enough light under here. Oh yeah. So basically, bolt or nut in the washer on top of that bolt I showed you earlier. And we got both these corners secure. Just drilled a little pilot hole, make sure I didn't split it. And also, if you screw up, those things are pretty much impossible to remove, or at least I don't know how to remove them. So drilling the hole and then marking it through the hole so I know exactly where it's going instead of trying to do any type of math, because math ain't my strong point. Oh, and if you want to see how the locking mechanism works in here, your bar goes straight across and it shifts that doohickey there, and that locks all your drawers. All right, I realized I didn't do anything showing the final assembly of this workbench here. Basically, the 2 more boards did go on, the same as that one that I just showed you there. I have also connected this to the back wall with a bunch of L brackets. Those are actually measured out a foot apart, so the furthest one to the right is a 4-foot measurement, just in case that comes in handy. I noticed it was flopping around a little bit with just 1 bolt per board, so I put these joining strips on here. So it's very secure now. It's a bit of a bump there, not great, but it's far enough out of the way. I've got, you know, more than 4 feet between them that it's not going to get in my way at all. Other little thing, of course, I have the mount there that showed up in the earlier videos to hold my tools and batteries. I used another one of those angle strips, joining strips with a couple of magnets there, just so I have a place to hang my glasses and hang something else if I need to. Let's give you a further up view here. Got a little piece of wood up there in the corner. I'm probably gonna end up putting a whiteboard where that open section is. I have that ordered, so that'll be coming, but it's close enough to done that I can just show you how it is. And I'm just trying to back up enough to get the whole thing in here. So that was my little project there. I got a 530 on the cabinet. Not sure how much I paid in wood. Call it an extra 80 bucks or so, give or take, maybe a bit more. And if you saw what this thing looked like in the beginning of the video, this is a huge improvement. And now I can work on getting the rest of this crap kind of organized here. So if you found this video helpful, like, subscribe, yada, yada, yada. You have yourselves a great day, and thanks for watching.